This video explains about the aggregate crushing value. The aggregate is taken which passes through 12 and retained in 10 mm sieve. Now the aggregate sample is placed in the sieve. The sample is collected which passes through 12 and retained in 10 mm sieve. Now the sample is collected. This is calibration cylinder which is divided into 3 parts: tamping rod of bullet edge. Now the aggregate is filled in the calibrating cylinder of first layer of 25 tamping strokes. Now the second layer is filled with again 25 tamping strokes using tamping rod. Now the third layer is filled. Now it is leveled. Now it is tagged as 0 and the aggregate from the cylinder is transferred to the pan, which is considered as W1, which is 2534 grams. Now the aggregate is being placed in the crushing mold by 3 layers. Now the first layer is filled. Of 25 tamping strokes. Now the second layer is filled. Of again 25 tamping strokes. Now the remaining aggregate is transferred into the crushing mold as third layer and tamped with 25 tamping strokes. Now the plunger is placed on the bottom and the surface is leveled. This is CTM, which is compressor testing machine. Now the setup is placed in the CTM. Now the release valve is closed and the machine is switched on. Now the load is applied in the aggregate. Now we could able to see 40 tons of load is being applied in the aggregate. After applying 40 tons of load, the setup is off, switched off, and the release valve is opened. And the crushing setup is being removed from the CTM. Now the plunger is removed from the top. From the crushing mold, the aggregate is being removed slowly. And now you could able to see the compressive strength of the aggregate. Using 2.36 sieve, placing a pan at the bottom, the crushed aggregate sample is being sieved. Now the crushed aggregate sample is being sieved. The aggregate retained in the sieve of 2.36 is separated. Now the remaining aggregate is transferred into 2.36 sieve and now the retained is separated and it is the passing through which is considered as W2. Now the passed through sample is being weighted. It is tagged as 0 in a pan. Now it is weighted and it is termed as W2. Which is 682 grams. So W2 is 682 grams. So this is the sample which is retained. So according to the formula, W2 divided by W1 into 100 will gives you 26 is equals to 26.91 percentage. As per Indian standard, the wear should not exceed more than 45 percentage.